In a land of sculpted mud and sun-baked earth, Shalon the turtle lived in a pond that was slowly turning to dust. The water, once a deep indigo clay, had shrunk to a tiny puddle. Shalon sighed, his heavy green shell scraping against the dry, cracked ground. "I must find a new home," he whispered to the reeds, "but the journey is far, and my legs are short and slow." High above, the sky was a brilliant swirl of turquoise clay. A great shadow passed over the ground. Shalon looked up to see Aquila, a magnificent eagle with wings that looked like they were carved from golden brown stone. "Oh, mighty Aquila!" Shalon called out, "If you carry me to the great blue lake across the mountains, I will give you a reward greater than any fish in the sea." Aquila spiraled down, his massive talons clicking against the parched earth. He looked at the small turtle with keen, golden eyes. "A great reward, you say?" the eagle chirped, his voice like the wind through the pines. Shalon nodded eagerly. "The finest treasure a bird could ask for. Just lift me up, and I will show you the way." Aquila agreed, tempted by the promise of a prize. With a powerful sweep of his wings, Aquila gripped Shalon's hard shell firmly in his talons. The ground fell away, and soon they were soaring higher than the tallest clay trees. Shalon felt the cold wind against his face, a sensation he had never known. He looked down at the world, feeling like a king, carried by the strength of another. After a long flight, the mountains grew steep and jagged. Aquila felt his wings grow heavy, so he landed on a flat, gray rock at the very peak of a mountain to rest. Shalon sat beside him, his shell gleaming in the high-altitude sun. "We are halfway there," Shalon said. "Rest well, for the reward awaits us at the end of our journey." While Aquila rested, a clever crow named Corvus landed on a nearby branch. Corvus had feathers the color of midnight ink and eyes that twinkled with mischief. He hopped closer to the eagle, ignoring the turtle. "My friend," Corvus cawed softly, "why do you tire yourself carrying a heavy rock with legs? Don't you know that turtle meat is the finest meal a hunter can find?" Aquila sighed, looking at Shalon's thick armor. "I know the meat is sweet," the eagle replied, "but his shell is too hard to break. I cannot get inside." Corvus let out a raspy laugh. "You have the strength of the sky, but no imagination. Use the mountain. If you drop him from the highest point, the rock below will break the shell for you. An easy feast for us both." Tempted by the thought of an easy meal, Aquila forgot his promise. He turned to Shalon, his eyes no longer kind. "It is time to go," he said coldly. He snatched the turtle up before Shalon could say a word. They rose higher and higher until the air was thin and the ground was a distant blur of brown and gray. Shalon felt a cold shiver of fear. "Where are we going?" Shalon cried out, but the only answer was the whistling wind. Suddenly, Aquila opened his talons. Shalon felt the rush of air as he began to fall. The world spun in a blur of turquoise and gray. In that terrifying moment, he realized his mistake. He had trusted his life to a stranger's strength, and now that strength had turned against him. The fall ended with a sharp crack against the jagged mountain peak. The hard shell, which had protected Shalon for so many years, shattered upon the stone. Aquila and Corvus circled down to the rock to share their feast. Shalon's journey had ended not at a new pond, but on the cold stone of betrayal. Trusting an enemy had cost him everything.